Singer, songwriter, all around extraordinaire. It's a soul spotlight with Davante Thornton. Hey, it's coming at you now, live on Art Imitates Live. Let's go.
I'm a filmmaker. I've worked in film, video, and television for over 30 years. I took a little break, but now I'm back.
Hey, welcome to Art Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon. That's me, y'all. In the greatest place to be to give you the best of entertainment, all kinds of stuff we have coming through for you tonight. Soul Spotlight. You know how we do. You know I love my R&B folks, my crooners and all that. So we're going to come through with that in just a few moments on the Soul Spotlight featuring singer, songwriter Davante Thornton. He'll be here in just a few moments. So you know how we do. Y'all sit back and relax. We're getting it all kicked off here in just a few moments.
Art Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon is being sponsored by Tandyland Global, bringing your multimedia dreams to life.
Hey, welcome back to AIL. Well, it's the Soul Spotlight. You know, I said we had Davante Thornton coming through. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get ourselves ready to roll. You know? Hey, well, you know what? I'll go ahead and bring him on in. How you doing, Davante? What's going on?
I'm good, Tanya. How about yourself?
I'm fine. he's so calm. He's so calm. I'm happy to have you here. I'm excited to have you here. After seeing you sing there on stage, and we're going to show that a little bit later on for all of you out there who are wondering. We got some stuff for you. But I was excited. You know what AD told me about? I said, yeah, come on in here. First of all, welcome to the Soul Spotlight here, Art Imitates Live, first of all. And, you know, I want to talk to you about, like, your music, how you got started, the whole nine. So let's go ahead and let's get that cracking. Now, you as a singer, a songwriter, and I understand there's some gospel roots there. So give me an idea, you know, let's go ahead and talk about how you got started in this whole wonderful thing that you do.
Oh, most definitely. Well, as you were saying, you know, I started in church. So, you know, I'm a preacher's kid. That was my beginning with my mom, and I had my aunts, they sing, and just, you know, singing in church and things like that. So I've been singing my whole life, you know, the general story. But it really got, as far as what I'm currently doing now, because I'm, of course, currently based in Dallas, Texas. Graduated college after years of just doing choral music there. Used that as another foundation to just start singing out here. Been out here for 5 years and been doing it ever since for the most part.
Wow, well, that's good. 5 years, you know, some people say, you know, it's a long road every day. Every day can feel very long when you're really doing this and doing it for yourself. You know, what was the thing that made you, you know, you're PK, so you said PK, right?
Mm-hmm.
A preacher's kid. So what made you make that transition and start doing more R&B type stuff? What was the inspiration there?
Well, it was something that I always grew up around because I'm the youngest
Mhm.
of four. So I have
Oh.
brothers. They were teenagers in the '90s. So a lot of that music, I was listening to, and I grew up listening to, and I always wanted to do R&B for even like the old soul classics from the '70s to '90s in
Oh,
that time frame. So it's always
okay.
been something. Even though I sung in church, it's always been something that I wanted to
Right.
do as far as
Okay.
R&B.
Now you're from Hope, Arkansas, and
That is
you're in
correct.
Dallas now. So,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. I used to live over in Texas, and so I am
Okay.
familiar with all the area. So I guess for you, you say, okay, you did some schooling and all as well. You went to college and all.
Mhm.
And did you study music? Tell me a little bit about your background and what you were studying, what you were doing when you decided to go into higher learning.
Got you. So, I went to school in a HBCU called University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, where I studied music sound
Uh-huh.
recording technology, and that
Uh-huh.
was the first thing because just the love of music I always had so deep. But you
Right.
know, I was the only outside of my mom. It was really like the only person singing wise that I could know. But with being around at college and being around different people from different places across the states singing,
Okay.
that really just cultivated a new fire in a sense for me to go further with that. So traveling
Right.
with them, got a little bit of taste of a tour life, even though it
Oh,
was just like
wow.
for 1 week. But yeah, it
Okay.
was. It's
It's
a
a
different
lot.
spin of music because that also added,
Right.
yeah, the training and stuff like that, which yeah, it whipped me into shape. So yeah,
And I guess this was people when it comes to being trained into music and all that. Some people, they don't have that background, and you've been fortunate enough to go and do that as well. Your What other genres of music did I see more in there, like a little jazz and classical and all that too? Tell me a little bit more about the genres in which you like to do.
yes, definitely.
Mhm.
For the most part, of course, the basis is R&B, soul, but definitely jazz, a little also bit of classical. There's it's hard to put it in the context, so to speak, because so long as it sounds good, I tell people all the time, so long as it sounds good, I'm for it pretty much, even
Right.
instrumentation and things. So, but definitely
Okay.
the jazz and the classical in college.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you about getting out here and doing it for real, like after college.
Mhm.
Did you feel like at that moment, oh my gosh, I don't know exactly where I'm going to go with it, or did you have some type of idea of a roadmap of how you wanted to get things out there from there?
So in the beginning, I was unsure because
Okay.
just freshly graduating college, I need a job,
Hmm.
to sustain myself.
Right.
So the goal was to do music, but even though I've been out here in Dallas for 5 years, I won't say the train for music as where I am now and where I see myself going really didn't
Okay.
start until 2, maybe 3 years ago. Because it
Okay.
was just, I was fearful. I really didn't know. Because you know how you hear people say, well, you got this, you're so talented, and things of that nature. And then you really yourself don't necessarily believe it. And if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. So it was just a
Right.
lot of fearfulness, ambiguity at the
Right.
beginning. So,
Hmm. And you have to be that one that believes so that everybody else can believe. Yeah.
yeah, yes, yes,
I'm the
definitely.
same way with what I do. I have to be the 1,000% myself, and
Mhm.
then that everybody else can follow in. They're more comfortable, I guess you can say. They're more
Right.
comfortable when they work with you.
Mhm.
Now, you also work with a band, am I correct?
Yes, and that's
Hmm.
actually I won't say that as a good beginning of where I'm doing now, because
Okay.
the band that I'm singing in, we go by the name of Randy McGill and Eclectic, with Randy McGill being our band leader. I've been singing with them for about 2 to 3 years, so if that was
Wow.
really the start of me, you know, meet more people seeing me. I'm in the forefront,
Okay.
jamming with those great fellas, and even Randy McGill has his accolades in his own rights. So yes,
Okay.
yes.
Now, is that what I saw on the video that I want to play in a few minutes? Is that you with the band, or is that a different performance?
Oh, that is a different performance. So
Okay.
One of the
Well, I'll play that in a few minutes then. Now,
yeah.
when it comes to, I always wanted to be in the bed if I could sing. I always tell people all the time, if I could sing, I'd be so dangerous. I sing
Right.
everywhere I go. That's what I say. You know?
Definitely. No, understood.
But
Understood.
what
I
is
do.
that like? That feeling that every time you get ready to do your whole live thing and with the band and everything, how does that feel for you? Like I'm really doing something here, you know?
Right. It took me because it took me a while to get used to it because even though I always grew up knowing that I could sing, performance
Uh-huh.
is another thing that I really had to work on. I was a horrible performer, but I mean, I would just
Okay.
sit there and sing. But
Right.
with being with Randy and the guys, that helped me to be, comfortable with being me on stage, and being able to interact with the crowd and, just do what I naturally do in like small friend groups to people out in the open.
Right.
So it's been a joy. And then it's always new things, especially when you have pocket fellas behind you that know what they're doing.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
Right. That's it. Like I know that when I've watched other friends of mine that have sang in bands and all like that, you know, and just anything you're doing on stage with me, I still a lot of MCing on stage. You feel like
Mhm.
when you get out there, it's like you don't know at that moment how things are going to turn out, but once you
Mhm.
start going, you start can push yourself a little further, a little further, a little further. Do you feel that way?
Yes, definitely, because it was a lot of that just to get out my comfort zone. Because I'm singing. You don't want to
Right.
get to the where it's like, okay, what we doing, and everybody's looking at you like, oh, he don't know what he doing. So yeah, it took me, and I'm grateful for it. It took me a lot to just go out there and
Right.
do what I do.
Okay. Now, after I saw the performance that AD sent me, which I'm going to show to everyone in a few moments, do you have any people who ever compare you to Luther Vandross?
Yes, all the time.
That's what I was thinking. Because I'm like, he's killing it. I mean, because you be killing it. I can understand that wholeheartedly. You know, he's one of the
Definitely.
greats. You know, for
Oh,
real.
and the strangest thing about that, though, I
Uh-huh.
really didn't listen to much Luther growing up, and
Really?
yes, and it's actually because there was like this infomercial, and
Uh
my
huh.
first taste of Luther, I kind of didn't like him because there was this infomercial that would come on all the time that played Here and Now over
Right.
and over and over
Really?
again. Yes, so my first taste of him, like, I don't like this. But after listening to his other songs in his catalog, especially in college,
Right.
it grew on me. So yeah.
Okay. I bet because you know I've always, of course, I came along during that era and Luther, and I had a chance to meet him before he passed and everything. So
Yeah.
that will always be one of the greats for
Right.
me there. You know, so when I saw your video, I was like, this guy right here, yes.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll try. I try.
But we're gonna try this. Speaking of trying, I'm not always good with some of the new technology that I'm using, and I'm doing a share here real quick. So I'm gonna try to share this screen for y'all so that you all can check out Davante here on his performance. And so let's go ahead and see what this is like here. There you go.
Right now. Well,
Wow.
There you go. You know what? It's so funny is that I went into this whole acting like I'm an expert. I went into this whole full screen thing and everything. So like I'm a big old expert. See, look at
Yes,
me. You
man.
like this look better? You want to leave it like this, even though you see some of the stuff in my room, but
Ah,
you see too much of my dog over there. My dog, he really thinks he's my co-host. Like I said earlier, let me go back.
right. Yeah,
But
what
he
y'all doing
swear up and
now?
yes, he can swear up and down that he is my co-host. He can say like, "You should have told me," that
Right.
I was going to be on live. but
Most
but the
dead.
thing is, I'm really happy to see that people can see that clip and see your skill set there. Go ahead and give people your. I saw that on your IG. Go ahead and give people your IG so they can check you out.
Oh, definitely. So you can follow me on most social media outlets, especially Instagram, under Smooth Silky Soul, all one word, Smooth Silky Soul. And to go back to what you were saying earlier, that performance was one of another opportunities I was able to be a part of. Was with Daniel Jones. He's most often known for Janet Jackson's musical director. He does a thing in Dallas called Three Lives Last Sundays. So, and I was
Okay.
one of the many fellows that was celebrating the Black Father Soul singers of the era. So,
Cool. Well, it really makes me wonder. I mean, I know you said you really weren't that into Luther when you were, when he was around. I want to know who are some of the individuals that have inspired you with your singing, besides your family members, who are some of the
mhm.
people out there that might have inspired you with your work?
Got you. Well, and it took me until recently to just nail down three. D'Angelo, Shaka Khan, and a singer
Okay.
called Tweet. Really,
Okay.
when I was real young, I mean, because my name is Davante, so I got my older brother helped name me. So listen to all of the
Okay.
'90s groups, Jodeci, and everything like
Yes.
that. But as I gotten older into my adult years, definitely D'Angelo for his grooves, Shaka Khan
Okay.
for all of her arrangements, and then just Tweet
Wow.
for her vocal placement. So those have been, and of
Okay.
course, there's more than that, but it's just the three that
Right.
I could just be like, definitely.
That is really three diverse areas there, when I really think about it, because of course, D'Angelo, some people still familiar with his work and all. Shaka Khan being
Mhm.
one of the greats from a while back and everything, and still being a great now. But for you to reach back and really think about that sound, and then Tweet. Some people have forgotten about Tweet and
Yeah.
the talent that she has, and so I'm really inspired by you saying that. Some people your age group knowing who those individuals are too. What about people that you want to work with?
Oof. Well, of course, all those mentioned above, but I if that is I haven't really because so long as the music is there, I'm
Right.
good. But I can't. There's too many people to name. I really can't think of just all of the people, both alive and dead.
Right.
Stevie Wonder, I could see that as well.
Mhm.
Someone I would really love to work with. Um,
Okay.
and then definitely Shaka, even though I
Right.
would love because I love her music, all her A and
Right.
B side hits. So I love
Okay.
it. Definitely,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay. Let's go ahead and break it down. Talk about your project. Pronounce
yeah,
it. Is it La in circumstance? La.
yeah,
La?
yeah. I put a country vernacular on it, love and
Yeah.
circumstance.
That's what I was thinking it was, but I said I don't know for sure you would ask, but that's
Yes,
when I
ma'am.
first looked at it. I said
Yes,
that's what it
ma'am.
is. Let's break it down. Talk about some of the songs that you have on Love and Circumstance.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
see like songs of Stepping Out, Your Love, Closer. Let's talk about a little bit. You did a lot of the writing, you said, right?
hmm So yeah,
Okay.
I did all of the writing except on one song on this
Okay.
album. It really, because at first it was just a collection of songs. I wasn't
Right.
expecting to be it a story, but the guy who helped me produce it, Jamarcus Bridges, he was like, all of these work
Okay.
together. So that's where it became, a story, ups and downs, and the different ways of love, situationships, relationships, longing and things
Okay.
of that nature. So it kind of
Okay.
just became that after a while. Even it wasn't even planned, but it came that way.
Well, what's your favorite cuts on the album?
Yes. My favorite cuts is there's a song called
Uh-huh.
"Give Me What You Want."
I
I
see.
love yes, I love that song, and many
Right.
people. I had to break it down every now and then because it's basically talking about reciprocity in a relationship. How
Right.
someone is telling you all of the things that they do, which is perfectly fine, but at the
Okay.
same time, give me what you want. Don't have me giving all of these things to you, and you can't give that
Mhm.
back to me. Um,
Okay.
Another one is tonight. This which is like the last track on that, and it's just like a slow ballad. I wrote
Right.
that just sitting in the
Okay.
dark. Just it came to me writing it down,
Really?
and yeah, it was a last minute ad.
A
Let
lot
me
of things
see.
that you write, is it like something you're going through or just some the emotion you have at that moment?
A little mix of both.
Okay.
More so the emotion that I have in that moment because I try to think about, you know, in that situation, how would I feel if I haven't already experienced it myself,
Right.
and just go from there. Emote it as I would as a man, black man
Uh-huh.
specifically in that
Right.
particular situation, and go from there.
Okay. It makes me wonder, like when people go through heartbreak and the album
Right.
sounds like heartbreak,
Yeah.
would you feel like you'd be the same, or would you be able to say, I'm gonna stop it, I'm gonna cut that off before I actually put it out there? Because some people, whatever they feel like, well, I'm a writer. If I have my feeling that emotion,
Right.
it might be out there.
Yeah, it's a vulnerability thing, definitely, because it can get real very quick as far as when you're writing a song and you put it
Right.
out there and it's just like wow. Another song which goes back to the old school bringing that I had is called "Gave All My Love," a
Uh-huh.
love in this case. I wrote it with a friend, Ruby
Right.
Miller, and her on her verse she put it all out there
Oh,
because she
wow.
lived it. So it
Uh-huh.
was it was just great seeing that, working with that, and
Okay.
making it what it is. So yeah, you
Gave
can
all my
definitely.
love.
Yes,
I like
ma'am.
that.
It can get real. Ooh,
So
yeah.
your album can be found on all kinds of platforms. Give people an idea of where they can check you out.
Oh, definitely. You can find Love and Circumstance on all digital outlets, whether it be Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music. If you have that, Google Music, it's out on
Mhm.
everything, available on all the stores.
Okay. But you
Yes,
know what?
ma'am.
Y'all need to check that out, because this guy, he's got the pipes. He's got it going on. Let me ask you, where does Davante Thornton go from here? What is the next thing that you have going on out there?
Well, on top of doing my other stuff, there is an artist. I'm gonna keep it quiet for a moment, but you'll see.
Okay.
That I've been working with doing background vocals for. As
Okay.
of right now, it's just having working on a new project, but doing a slow burn. The last few projects that I have, it was just consecutive, but now just let it grow, let that anticipation build. Creating new
Mhm.
music and doing more shows, just
Okay.
slowly and surely getting to where I want to be.
Okay. You're no stranger to accolades and attention or anything anyway, because I was looking at the what was it, the Black Academy of Arts and Letters. There you did something at their Riverfront Festival. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yes, so that was in 2019.
Hmm.
So it was before everything happened. So with the Riverfront Festival, excuse me, it was basically a lot of local talent. And even sometimes outside talent that come here. I was on their emerging artist stage, to where
Right.
we just sung a set. That was one of the ways that a lot of people got to see me. Let me see. I think I
Good.
sung some Tyrone Davis. It was an old school set
Right.
that I did, but yes, it was just grateful being a part of that, meeting other artists in the area as well. So it was great.
Okay, that's really good. I mean, I was thinking about, sometimes I think about people and they do their singing and then they do their songwriting. Um,
Mhm.
what other kind of things in entertainment do you think that you want to do? Because we know that you're going to emerge and do a whole lot more. Where do you see yourself going when it comes to entertainment when you branch out a little bit more?
Oh, definitely. Well, another hobby of mine is I'm a slick nerd, so I do enjoy like video games and also things of that
Cool.
nature. A lot of that also impacted my music. I would also just love to be on some type of score, whether it be a TV show score or even just video game scoring. Being a part of that,
Okay.
singing, because it's a lot of beautiful music even in that, and I would definitely love to put two of my hobbies together
Oh,
like that.
cool.
So yes,
Note to
man.
self.
Right.
Davante Thornton, because we do film stuff. Note to self.
Right. Yes,
Gonna look you
ma'am.
up,
Yes, ma'am.
I like the fact that when people I can just listen to you and then listen to you speaking and everything too, and you're serious about your craft, and that is one of the first things which would make me reach out. But then to listen to you as well, you're the type of person that someone out there, including myself, would want to work with on a scoring or anything like that. So I'm
Man.
glad.
On,
I
yeah,
will reach out to you now.
oh, definitely. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, anything, any events or anything in the Dallas area or any other area that people can see you right away, go ahead and put everything out there, and let's put your social media out there in addition to your IG.
Okay, definitely. Well, I do have on IG, like I said
Uh-huh.
previously, you can also follow me on Smooth Silky Soul. I do also have a website for all of the upcoming things. As far as you want to get a little bit more about me, www.smoothsilkysoul.com. You can follow me on my fan Facebook page at Davante Thornton. DavanteThornton. As of currently, right now, a lot of stuff is just cooking. But if you are in the local Dallas area, you can definitely see me with the band that I'm in, Randy McGill and Eclectic, every Tuesday night at this venue called the Freeman Cafe. If you wanted to hear
Oh,
more,
cool. I
yes,
gotta
ma'am.
go there one day. I go to Texas from time to time. I'll go, and it looks
Yes,
like I'll be going to your area at some point in Dallas. Because
yes,
I used to live in
ma'am.
Austin. I live in Austin
Okay,
and Houston. Yeah, and I'm
okay,
in Atlanta now, but I
mhm,
used to live in Austin and Houston, and we're planning a reunion of shows at some point, or this show here. We're
yes, ma'am.
planning on getting together at some point, so perhaps I'll check in to see what you're doing and drop in
Oh,
and
most
see
definitely.
you're the band and everything too.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I love to welcome you, Tanya. No problem at all.
Sure thing. Well, I thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us. I think you're a great talent, and I think that you shall go far.
Oh, most definitely. I appreciate you for having me on your platform, most definitely,
Oh,
and of course,
sure.
more to come.
Oh, certainly. When you stick around with me here, I'm about to run my social media real quick, and then we will be back, and we will end the show together. All right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Here we go.
We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Art Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon. So be sure to like and subscribe. And also check us out on all of our other social media.
Okay. It just popped right back.
We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Art Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon. So be sure to like and subscribe. And also check us out on all of our other social media.
That was funny. It didn't just pop back in. That was me. I always touching something. I'm always touching something, and I drove it back to me. Just keep
Yes,
your hands
ma'am.
off stuff, Tanya. I was
It happens.
almost crazy free for the show, but it's all in fun. It's all in fun. I'm still
Yes,
learning all the
ma'am.
equipment and everything, but I thank you so much for being here on the
Yes,
Soul
ma'am.
Spotlight with me here on Art Imitates Live. And of course, you have an open invitation to come back anytime. Okay?
Of course, I appreciate you for having me again, most definitely, and I will take you up on that offer.
All right then. I ain't playing with you now. All right, well, you hold on with me. All you all out there, thank you all for tuning in. If you want to be a guest on the show, or if you just have any comments on the show, be sure, the website is tandyland.com. So you can hit us at info@tandyland, TANDILAND.com. Or you want to just do Gmail, it's tandyAIL. That's our Imitates Life at gmail.com. So make sure you tune in and just tell us what you got to say. Don't say nothing ugly. Because I'm, God's still working on me. I'm a good girl, but he's still working on me. So
Sure
I'm
enough,
gonna
yes,
keep
ma'am.
it calm. But no, we get a lot of people that are just very, very good with us. And so we're just messing with y'all out there. But I thank you all for tuning in. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you again, Davante. All of you out there tuning in for Friday night. Oh, Friday night, we got the living room, the forum. What are we talking about this week? We're talking about, are men soft and women rough? And so that's going to be in the living room, and they're going to be wild. So tune in for that. And of course, what's the tea? We're going to drag Davante into that living room one night. That's every Friday night here on YouTube and Facebook at 9 p.m. It's going to be crazy this week as usual. So you all out there, tune in. And again, thank you for being here. I'm Tanya Dixon, and that's Davante Thornton. You all have a beautiful week, and we'll see you next time on Art Imitates Live.